Hi, good evening. How are you? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was a lot, wasn't it?
Good.
Hey, to the guy
No problems at all.
Can you get a hold of you with this insurance
No problems.
for the Jersey Shore powerboat?
Not that I know of. I didn't go through any emails since like 3:30. Oh, okay. Okay. Nothing yet. Yes.
Said that, we have it and all that stuff.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, you got all that?
Yep.
Got all that?
You mean
Great, yeah.
info? We're still working on it. Just because we're recording
right.
now, we're still working.
Doing good too. Okay.
The consent agenda.
Give it up.
Yes.
So I just need, just a motion for the consent agenda. I don't have to read this or anything, do I?
No, no.
Okay.
You can just say.
Hello, Joe. Good, buddy. How you making it?
Yes, no, I'm just saying.
I'll just, oh, resolution, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Consent.
And you can just say, the following resolutions are the same. And then I go to sign it, however.
There's 4 files.
And then just need.
No, don't.
So if someone says it's not on, then you can take it off. We'll discuss it. I think it's done by motion.
Freddie.
But I don't think.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully she's with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, no
We
problem.
understand. Yeah, so consent agenda.
Well, what time?
I come in, it gets all the attention.
It's been a week. You gotta be back on my feet. It's been a week.
Hi, how are you?
Boat in the water soon, right? July?
Well, I know about the SOB stuff. Stuff I don't know.
What happened?
Yeah, I'll
I had a heart ablation.
Oh, you did?
Where they go up through your vein and
Don't get any
do something to
argument.
your heart to make
Doesn't mean, doesn't
the
mean.
lower
it's a bad-
chamber and the upper chamber work together. They weren't working together.
Do you feel it was successful?
So far.
That's good.
Are there?
You feel better?
Yeah, it's been a week. I feel good.
Maybe something else. is
My
going
friend's been.
As Jason will vouch, I had the surgery on Friday, and I called him on Thursday, and I called him on Friday about a problem. So,
Okay,
Yeah.
No,
so it's good to just
You
get
get a
right.
haircut?
I did.
it's nice.
Thank you. I wasn't sure, you know.
It looks good.
I just went short for the summer, but
That's the time to go.
yeah.
That's the time to go.
Yeah, it feels good. It really
Good.
does. Thank you. Thank you.
he's
Before noticing.
There you go.
I'm kind of at the age where I'm invisible. you know?
Up on that. Yeah, he's, all children are special. Yeah, he's just more special. He's got Asperger's. But he got his drone license, now he's going
It
for his
happened to all my
commercial
friends.
drone license.
I've been at a conference
He's taking
last
these
2
courses
weeks.
out of the ACC, whether he's ever
they
gonna get
tortured
a job. And
Oh, really?
It just was so boring.
he's got a
I
$5,000.
really need to learn it because it wasn't, you weren't learning it.
one of my first car. Good for him.
My first car was $500. I'm a little older than you.
$3,500 Honda Civic. The thing's great. Probably still running somewhere. Oh man.
I'm dressed super warm because I'm always cold.
Called you the other day. The point.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Put
I
some
dress
flags
super
up
warm because I'm always cold.
on our street. So
So I might end up too.
police chief called a mutual friend. The guy told him that he's not really gonna do anything with him. So I'm gonna get him to say, not really anything for anyone to
I've
do.
never
But,
been
you know,
hot here.
just
I've
wanted
always
to
been
keep it
Just wait.
angry call or
Wait.
something.
Just remember, I'm your former prosecutor.
Oh, I get it.
I love.
Well, here it'll be either hot or you'll be freezing like you're in an icebox.
Do it all day long,
One
right?
of the two.
Right.
It's never anything in between. But you know something? Most large buildings have the same problem.
Oh, yeah.
They just
Yep, we're all here.
Okay, right.
This meeting is called to order. Everyone please rise for the flag salute. Madam Clerk, can I have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Bruno?
Here.
Councilmember DePamphlis?
Here.
Councilmember Dill?
Here.
Councilmember McCary?
Here?
Councilmember McGuigan?
Here.
Councilmember Owen?
Here.
Council President Johnson?
Here. Also present, Mayor Glasser, Administrator Frost, Clerk Samuelson, Deputy Clerk Heath, City Solicitor Smith, and our engineer, Greg Schneider. Pursuant to Open Public Meeting Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided. The agenda for this meeting is posted in City Hall and the city's website, summerspointgov.org. Okay, welcome everyone. Okay, y'all want to read them first? At the same, can I do them at
Yeah,
the
I'll
same
read 'em.
time?
Yeah.
Resolutions number 92 and 93.
Resolution number 92 of 2022 is self-examination of the 2022 budget, and resolution number 93 of 2022 is read budget by title only.
I need a
So you can open to
just
the,
open it.
yeah.
Could I have a motion to open to the public for resolutions number 92 and 93 only?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now open for public comment on resolutions number 92 and 93. These are for the self-examination and for the reading of the budget in title only. This is not for the public hearing actually discussing the budget yet. That's number 81, just so you know. Just state your name and address for the record. Well, we would be here till about midnight if we had to read the whole budget. We would be here for a very, very long time if we had to read every line in the budget. Okay, is that the answer? Yeah. This is just for 92 and 93, not 81 yet. Can I have a motion to close?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now closed for public comment.
Resolution number 92 of 2022, self-examination of the 2022 budget.
May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number 92 is approved. Number 93.
Resolution number 93 of 2022, read budget by title only.
May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number 93 is approved. Resolution number 81.
Resolution number 81 of 2022 is adoption of the 2022 municipal budget.
May I have public comment? Right? May I have a motion to open for public comment?
So
I'll
moved?
make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, I'd like to ask Mr. Costello, where'd he go? Oh, here he is. You want to start us off on?
Thank you. So the budget you have before you tonight is the same one that we introduced. We've not made any changes to it. And it contains a 1.7 cent tax increase, slight increase in ratables, and a better fund balance of which we use in most of it, and a little bit better percentage of no one-timers, there's no gimmicks in it. It's a straightforward budget. It started out around 8.5 cent tax increase when we started this, and once you receive the hospital money, it was 3.7, brought it down to 2.7. So that's where it stands tonight, and now we field any questions that the public has on it.
Does anyone from council have any questions for Mr. Costello?
You said 2.7, it's 1.7.
1.7.
1.7.
1.7.
1.7, yes.
Okay.
Council President, I don't have a question. I just want to thank Mr. Costello for his hard work, as well as this administration for getting it down from the 8.5 cents that was mentioned down to the 1.7. And I appreciate your efforts and also my counterparts on the Budget Committee for the many hours that were put in to try to get that number down to a respectable number, which I think we all feel is fair and justified. Thank you, Mr. Costello.
Okay, we're now open for public comment. If you wish to speak, please state your name and address for the record.
Patricia Pearson, 587 March Street. First of all, I don't want to thank Mr. Costello. I want another auditor to look at it. Secondly, I don't think it's very nice that nobody at council has any questions. No, I don't. And I want to make a statement. All the taxpayers of Summers Point want is a clean city hall and a flat tax. Is that too much to ask from you people?
Thank you.
Madam President, just to note that,
Comment?
I'm speaking to the President.
Did you say anything?
I said Madam President.
Oh, sorry.
Just a point of order, or a point of note that I've spent the last several months looking at this budget, communicating with Mr. Frost, Mrs. Costello, I'm mispronouncing your name, Shana, and Mr. Costello. So I've had several conversations, numerous conversations with them, as well as other members of the Budget Committee. So I've arrived today having a pretty good handle on the budget, and know at this late juncture, do I have any questions for Mr. Costello? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McGuigan. I agree. We've worked on this. We started very early. We started in January. And the Budget Committee spent many, many hours on this, as well as everyone else up here. They've already asked all their questions, so. Yeah. Mhm.
Everybody, Anne Marie Gibbs, 549 Sunny Avenue. I have a question. The 1.7 rate increase, how does that convert to a percentage?
Well, I can tell you it's an average of $41 a year for the average taxpayer. Mhm.
Okay.
But the percentage is 1.69%.
Yeah.
That's what that is. I
Yeah.
don't understand the cents.
Well, the cents is the rate, but the percentage increase is 1.69.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Judd Moore, Bay Avenue, taxpayer and resident. I would have liked to have seen the budget cut some more. I think you could do it, especially using the American Recovery Funds. But you did, I asked you to meet with me at another meeting, and so I want to thank Ms. Johnston and Mr. Frost for meeting with me to go over it, and Mr. McGuigan for the phone call. I just think that we can work a little bit harder and make it happen. I'm not for zero tax increase. Certainly, you have to have some funds, to provide city services. But I think that whenever you can get it down some more, and there's ways of doing it that I've expressed, it could have worked out. But I'm disappointed, but we'll just move forward from here.
Thank you.
Evening, Bill Collins, 814 Bay Avenue. Also somewhat disappointed that there's another, maybe half a cent or something taken out of the budget. I think everybody knows what's going on out there in the environment, with inflation, fuel costs, et cetera, et cetera. So I was just asked that you take another look at it. I've had some conversations
Thank you. May I have a motion to close?
I'll make that motion to close the public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now closed for public comment. I am going to just make a comment here. We've looked at every single line item over and over, and like I said, we've spent hours and hours. So it's not like, believe me, nobody up here wants a rate increase. It's our taxes too. We did everything that we could. I would like to just ask Mr. Costello to explain the American Rescue Funds and what we did with that. And I think you'll see that we'd made the right decision, the smart decision.
Sure. The amount that you're going to get over the past 2 years, last year and this year, was $1,064,897. And that has all been applied to projects that are one-time projects, since this is a one-time revenue. If you use this to offset taxes, and we take a snapshot and say that we're using money in 2022, and we'll have that, not have that money in 2023, you've just forced a tax increase to next year. This money is being used for projects. It's in the budget already. It's on sheet 9 and sheet 24 of your budgets, the revenue and the expense. All of it's being used for projects that are non-recurring projects, which is the wise thing to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could I have a motion to adopt resolution number 81, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
May I have a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember DePamphlis?
Yes.
Councilmember Dill?
Yes.
Councilmember Bruno?
Yes.
Councilmember McCary?
Well, let me just say that I'm listening to our constituents out there in terms of a increase in taxes. And I think as a person who is actually going over the budget, and I did spend some time with Leon, I believe there is room for us to work on this a little bit harder. I believe that there's some surplus items we should review closer. And in light of that, I vote no.
Councilmember McGuigan?
We've heard from a CFO or a city administrator, he left. We've heard from a councilman from a different town that we need to work harder. We've just heard from Mr. McCary that we need to work harder. There's more room in the budget. There's more room in the budget. But Mr. McCary's had the budget for better part of 2 months. These fellows have seen the budget for over a month. We've gotten 0 specifics on how to do that. 0 specifics. I vote yes.
Councilmember Owen?
I'd like to say for the record, this past year, our utility costs have gone up 40%. I value our budget committee as all the hard work that went into it. The controlling costs, we haven't cut anything in city services or anything. We haven't cut any first responders. And I'm glad that we still have a full boat right here in Summers Point. My answer is yes.
Council President Johnston?
Yes. Resolution number 81, our budget is adopted. Would anyone like to offer any communications? Hearing none. Mayor?
Good evening. Thank you, Council President. First off, I want to start off with speaking a little bit about Bayfest, which is this weekend. And so glad to have it back for 2 years hiatus because of the pandemic. But I also want to thank Lucy for all her hard work and trying to put it together from the city's end, and Jason, who was on the phone a little bit over this, but I would appreciate all your hard work for this, and I also, my kudos go out to the Bayfest Committee, who have worked so hard for this. This is one of those showcases for our community that brings so many people. I saw an article in the Atlantic City Press this morning that really was nicely done, I thought, and, you know, it's about time we get back out. About time we have Bayfest back on Bay Avenue, along with our other big events, our beach concerts, our good old days, you know, these things that make Summers Point so great. So here we go. I invite everybody to hang out on Bay Avenue from 10 to 5 on Saturday. Tomorrow night I'll be meeting with the other Atlantic County mayors at our monthly mayors meeting. Or at the AMVETS. Many people don't realize that the AMVETS have their state headquarters here in Summers Point, down in the old dialysis building down at Shore and Groveland. But they will be holding their state convention here at Pier 4 on Saturday, May 7th. So, and last but not least, the Legion Riders, who do an awful lot for veterans issues in Summers Point and throughout the area. We're having a barbecue at the American Legion on Sunday, May 15th at 11 o'clock to 5. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Frost?
I have nothing to report this evening. Thank you.
Mr. Smith?
Nothing, thank you very much.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes, thank you, Council President. I just wanted to mention that the Route 9 concept development study is now posted from the state. That's the Route 9 reconstruction project from Chapman Boulevard all the way to Absecon. They're looking for comments for that project. That website is Route 9, all spelled out, ROUTE9-PIC.com.
Did we put that on the website?
We did.
That link is on the website if you want to look at that, yeah.
I did review the concept plans, and if okay with City Council, I'd like to make a few comments to the state. The first one is, although they call it from Chapman Road, it actually doesn't begin the project until McNaughton's. So there's no improvements proposed for Chapman Boulevard intersection. I know there's some issues with that with the traffic now. So if they're gonna do improvements to Route 9, they should start, in my opinion, at a known intersection that's a problem. The other area that I would like to comment to the state is Bethel Road eastbound. I was hoping to see possibly a right turn only lane. That is not included. There are many areas throughout the project that they're extending the right-of-way to make the road wider, so I don't see why they couldn't propose to do that. I mean, if they can't get the right-of-way, that's a different story, but they're not even proposing to look at that. This is a, concept plan, so.
Right.
Those were the only comments I had about the plan.
Two good points.
And then we continue the Atlantic Avenue project. Concrete has been delayed a little bit, but we hope to see work continue starting next week, and striping and signage on the bike lane should be continuing in the next couple weeks. That's it.
Thank you. Anyone have any committee reports to offer?
Recreation, I heard from Jersey Shore Power Boat Association. They're waiting on getting the final approval from the Coast Guard for their race July 2nd, 3rd. Well, practice will be July 2nd. Race will be 3rd. I told them that they need to get their insurance in to Lucy, which they said they have. So that's what I have.
Any other committee reports?
We're going to be putting the bid out for the dog park next week, is that correct? Yeah, we're going to advertise it, and we're going to separate the lights from the park just to kind of make sure that we get a good price on this.
Right. Thank you. Okay. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes from April 14th, 2022 meeting, and also the executive session on the same date?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Okay, we have no ordinances. Okay, resolutions.
Resolution number 94 of 2022, acknowledging and approving the hiring of a full-time laborer, namely Spencer Campbell. Resolution number 95 of 2022, awarding bid for the Stanford Road Sanitary Sewer Main Replacement, contract number 14. Resolution number 96, 2022, change order, pump station 8-force main replacement contract. Resolution number 97, 2022, approving proposals, goods and services 2022. Resolution number 98, 2022, resolution of the City of Summers Point approving a redevelopment agreement with Sunset Avenue, Pleasant Avenue Development LLC concerning the redevelopment of Block 1214, lots 9, 10, 11, 12, and 16. Then do you want to mention that?
Resolution number 99, there were some changes made to that, so we're going to table that one for tonight. Put that on the next agenda. Okay. Could I have a motion to open to the public for comments on resolutions only, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now open for public comment.
Tricia Pearson, 587 Marks. This full-time laborer, I have no problem with the full-time laborer, but how many full-time jobs have we had hired in the city this year?
This particular employee is already a part-time employee. We're just,
That's okay.
we need a
And
full-time.
how many full-time people do we put on this year?
Well, we were down several last year. So are you talking about just for the sewer department or for overall in the whole city?
I'd say overall, if I can.
Is the question, how many new full-time
new
employees
or-
have we, positions have we created
Or how
this
many
year?
new?
None.
No new positions.
One policeman,
That's
That's
not a
Not a
new
new
position.
We're
position.
still down 2 policemen.
right, how many people are hired full-time, old or new? Or replacements, or whatever you're gonna play, how are we playing this game?
No, we're not playing, excuse
Why
me,
don't you- why don't you
we're
tell
not
us what
playing a
the rules
game.
of the game are, and then maybe we can play.
We're trying to figure out what your question is.
January till now,
We were-
full-time paychecks that weren't here before.
From
That weren't here
January,
Before?
How do I
Three.
say this?
maybe 2, maybe 3. We had a, was the
We had one in the,
I know we had a policeman, now we're getting a laborer. Didn't we get somebody in the clerk's office?
Yes, we replaced someone in the clerk's
Put
office.
anybody into the building inspector?
We replaced someone in the construction office.
4 new people, right?
They're not new, they're replacements. We were understaffed,
Okay,
yes.
How do I say that?
That's it.
I'm a taxpayer, I don't know. How do I say that to get it to anybody?
No, I think you did.
yeah, I think you made
You
it
did.
clear.
4 replacements,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
4 replacements.
5, actually.
5,
Five.
you, and you. All right, thank you.
All right, but just keep in mind that those replacements, in most cases now, I don't want to speak out of turn, are earning a salary less than the person that either retired or
That they replaced, yes.
How hard you work, I work that hard to try to understand how hard you work.
I
so
don't-
we
you-
get tax increases, that's
I-
what I do.
You didn't hear me
All
say
right,
I was working
okay.
hard.
All right. Could you stand up and state your name and address for the record, please?
Dale Primus, 57 Village Drive. What is the, you said about the number of police officers the city has there, that there was some particular number. What was that number?
I believe it was 31, am I correct?
31.
31.
We
We have
two-
28.
We have two vacancies.
We have 28. Don't we have 28?
28. It's 30 and 28, I believe. Am I
Hey,
right?
she's not the referee.
Right.
Yeah,
It's 30 and we have 28
we have
positions filled.
28 right now.
They work so hard.
You do have the right, Madam President, to control decorum, and if someone's going to just make comments, you can gavel them down. Thank you. It's okay.
Okay.
Comments go nowhere.
Okay, all right, everybody.
Again, it's Anne Marie Gibbs of 549 Sunny Avenue. With regard to number 98, I know it's content only, you guys had an executive session. How do we find out what the content of that is? But I do, obviously, I'm going to have questions about that corporate
This is the resolution.
That was pulled from the agenda, right?
No, no, the
Oh,
other
not that
one.
one?
The second one.
Oh, okay.
I can give you a copy of the resolution.
Oh, I would like to see that, because I had a question about what the egress is going to be from St. Joseph's School to Sunset. Has that
Oh.
kind of been
It
mapped
still have
out?
to go to planning, right?
Yes, it has.
That still has to go to the planning board for those specifics.
And then it becomes a part of the redevelopment agreement.
Right.
And then I don't know where it stands with regard to the parking space, but I had an idea, since, I do know a lot of the trees are going to come down, and, the trees with heat and carbon and runoff and all that. Would it be a consideration for who's putting the parking lot there to possibly put solar panels over the parking space? I mean, there's solar panels over there by, what's the Bonefish Grill, they put them over a parking space there. It might be a way to bring some, passive energy over something that's going to kind of be a negative impact for heat and carbon. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't know if it's a consideration or who I would talk to, but I'm trying to do what's best for the city. Sean? I'm just looking at you.
I would go.
Just keep in mind,
Planning.
that's it's going to be private property, so it would be up to the owner of that private
Up to the
property to
owner.
make that decision. I don't think we can do that in a redevelopment agreement. I don't think at this point we would want to make that part of the redevelopment agreement. But your point is well taken. I'm a big solar guy as well, so.
Okay. I'll take a look at that. Thank you very much.
May I have a motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now closed for public comment. Resolution number 94.
Resolution number 94, acknowledging and approving the hiring of a full-time laborer, namely Spencer Campbell.
May I have a motion, please?
So
I'll make
moved.
that motion.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number 94 is approved. Number 95.
Resolution number 95 of 2022, awarding bid for the Stanford Road Sanitary Sewer Main Replacement, contract number 14.
May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number 95 is approved. Number 96.
Resolution number 96 of 2022, change order pump station 8 force main replacement contract.
May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any comments?
Yeah, Council President, the last four resolutions that we passed were all included in the 2022 budget. There's no additional expenses other than what was already in the budget itself for 2022. Thank you.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number 96 is approved. Number 97.
Resolution number 97 of 2022, approving proposals, goods and services, 2022.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
And a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number 97 is approved. Number 98.
Resolution number 98 of 2022, resolution of the City of Summers Point approving a redevelopment agreement with Sunset Avenue Pleasant Avenue Development LLC concerning the redevelopment of Block 1214, lots 9, 10, 11, 12, and 16.
May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any comments?
Madam President?
Yes, Mr. McQuigg.
I am rather excited about this project. I think it will benefit that neighborhood greatly. I think as this process moves along, we'll be monitoring it and making sure that the neighbors and the neighborhood is treated right, and we have a project at the end of the day that we'll be very proud of. Thank you.
Thank you. I agree. The redevelopment committee has been very attentive to the neighbors and what's going on with this project, and so is the developer, so we appreciate all that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number 98 is approved. Okay. the consent agenda.
So for the consent agenda, we have resolution number 100, 2022, authorizing execution of the 2022 Municipal Aerial Mosquito Control Agreement. Number 101, 2022 is authorizing advertising for bids for 2022 road program Phase 1. And resolution number 102 of 2022, authorizing advertising bids for 2022 stormwater improvements Phase 1.
May I have a motion for the consent agenda, please?
I'll make that motion.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The consent agenda is approved. Okay, anyone have any old business they wish to discuss? Hearing none. New business. Approval for a foot race application for Northfield Linwood Kiwanis Foundation on October 8th on Route 52. It's been approved by the Chief of Police, and all of their insurance is in order. Everyone okay with that? Okay. Any other new business? Okay. Hearing none. Mr. Frost, discussion of the bills.
Yes, this evening we have a bill list dated April 28th in the amount of $2,395,654.
Thank you. May I have a motion to open for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now open for public comment. Please state your name and address for the record.
Patricia Pearson, 587 Marks Ridge. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Councilman McCary for having the courage to say, let's look at the budget again. Also for having the courage to mention the conditions at City Hall. I do believe that 1 out of 7 councilmen has the courage to speak up, and I congratulate him for that, and I thank him for that. The other thing is, I do hear in the conversation how hard you worked on the budget, and I honestly believe you believe that. But me, as a taxpayer, I believe that Linwood, Egg Harbor Township, Atlantic County, Summers Point School Board, they mustn't have worked hard enough, because all they did not have any increase. You worked hard, and you came up with an increase. To me, you are now the Tax and Spend Council of 2022.
Dale Prince, 57 Village Drive. I got maybe 2 or 3 things I want to talk about here. I'd like to talk about the golf course. I'd like to talk about the wholesale cutting of the trees that some member of this council is in a cynical self said that they were going to put forward a motion or some type of ordinance so that trees couldn't be cut. I mean, this was, who was the proponent of that ordinance that started?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're, I don't know what you're referring to.
It's on the website.
Are you talking about a proposal for a shade tree commission?
No, it was more than a shade tree commission. It was a proposal that the city council was going to say that which trees would be allowed to be cut down in the city.
All right, well, that's a proposal that's being discussed at the Green Team level. That proposal has not reached the council level. Nobody on council has brought that forth at this point. That is still, while it is a discussion at that point, it hasn't been considered by this council.
Well, you certainly wouldn't want to pass something like that now because they're not done cutting trees. I mean, they're over there going crazy with that.
Who's cutting trees?
The people at the golf course.
Well, that's private property. You're going to
Private property. I thought that was the purpose of this ordinance that you wanted to pass. You don't want to pass it until they cut down the trees. Wait till they cut.
First of all, there's no ordinance in front of
No
city
ordinance is
council.
in front of us, and nobody's a proponent for it.
Okay, all right. Boy, it looked awful official to me.
Well, I'm not sure where you saw that, but it hasn't reached the council level. So nobody here is a proponent of it. Nobody's voted for it. Nobody's put it forth.
Okay, we'll let it go at that. Let's talk about a house right down the street from me, right next to Jack Wallace, 45 Village Drive. The permit, it was torn down in 2006. It was in 2008, it was after I demanded that the building inspector do something because there was no siding on it. They put siding on the thing, and that's where it's laid since 2008. Broken windows, boarded up windows. Who is the councilman in charge of that here? If they don't see that, they should be straightening out things like that in this.
Well, what's the address again of that house?
45.
Okay. We'll reach out to the code enforcement officer and.
What's that?
I'll reach out to the code enforcement officer on
I
it.
reached out to him also, yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right, we talk,
We're on a 3-minute time limit here, so please, I appreciate it if you would honor that.
wanna gavel me?
No, not yet.
You gotta have
No,
people,
please, I'm letting you speak. Please finish your comments.
Okay, I wanna go to another one. Pat brought up something about how the city spends money. We talked about, I used to talk about the office, but I'm not against the cops. I know the chief of police, I'm not against the cops. But you said 31 officers. Back in 2000, there was 28 officers and men. And they had a golf tournament that was run here, and all these saloons were open and rocking and rolling, and people were crazy. We had 28 officers, and that was it.
Well, that's what we have now, 28.
You said you got 31.
We have 28. We have
There's
28.
also about 1,000 less people in the city right now than there was in 2000.
Not,
You
okay,
gotta do your numbers.
okay.
City administration ought to know that.
All right,
and-
let me clear something up. We
Okay.
have 28 on staff now with the new hire, and we have 2 vacancies to bring us up to 30. Okay. The workload, the state requirements, domestic violence, those type of things are rampant, okay? And the state and the county prosecutor's office require a lot of paperwork associated with that. So it's not like it used to be in the old days, okay? We need those 30 officers, and we probably need more than that, but unfortunately, we can't afford it. But as far as comparing 10 years ago or 15 years ago as compared to today, there is no comparison, okay?
I'll take issue with him.
Well, go ahead and take issue.
Okay, that, you made your comment, sir. Please, you made your comment. Sir, sir, you made your comment.
We
Please,
don't
we'll-
have 7 cops.
We're listening. That's enough.
At any one
That's
time.
enough. That's enough.
Okay. People don't know what they're talking about before they get up there.
What was that?
No,
That's enough,
That's
please.
enough.
Please, that's enough.
You're behind that too, Gil.
yeah, I know I am.
Okay.
Hi, Teresa Doherty, 26 Dogwood Drive. I just have a few things. So first, I just wanted to say it was a great job, Green Team and Clean Communities on April 9th. They did a really nice job getting people out there. I was able to get the PTO involved for Summers Point Kids, so we had a nice group of families and local kids go out there. So it was nice to have that opportunity for them and just to work
We're being recorded right now. We're
Okay.
being recorded, yeah.
Okay, I just
We'll
changed
check,
the channel. and
we'll check on it, yeah.
And the last meeting isn't up either, so I don't know if it wasn't working or what. But that's definitely a concern, just to see things like that happen, just to be sitting there watching decisions be made without any transparency. No one knew that there was any potential for the Zoom to go away. No one had an opportunity to talk about it. It was just gone. And some people did rely on that. It didn't seem very clear why it was an issue, why it was taken away. So, thank you.
Thank you. May I have a motion to close, please?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now closed for public comment.
Good.
He's all fixed. I do want to just make a comment about the Zoom. That was not done by resolution. It's council president and the clerk's decision whether or not to do that. We did it during COVID. The night that we did discuss it, we did open to public comment right after we discussed it, and yes, we did, and no one said anything. There were 2 people on Zoom, so no one said a word. I will, because I don't recall it that way, but thank you. Okay. Payment of the bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. Frost can pay the bills. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, everyone.